I'm sorry for
okay.
rejecting your call.
I moved to Wilson. Wide Awake Wilson is what they call it.
What-
27,000 people. There I played football in high school, ran track. First received a scholarship to a prep school, West Point Preparatory School, which is, West Point is in Newburgh, New York, upstate New York, but the prep school is in New Jersey. So I moved from a town of roughly 300 to 27,000 to central Jersey. Basically a lot of New Yorkers, a lot of people from up north. So it was a big style adjustment. I had a deeper country accent, so it's kind of been refined since then. But I stayed there 1 year, and I really didn't think the military was for me. I struggled academically because in Eastern North Carolina, it's just tougher to adjust versus Central because just the higher academic standards. But I went to North Carolina State University to play football there in Raleigh, North Carolina. And there I played for 5 years and a degree, ended up getting an MBA. So I lived there. I met my wife in college. And we lived in Raleigh until about 2010. We had our first child, Chloe, in Raleigh. So during that time, employment was hard. We moved. We both were unemployed at a certain point in time, actually at the same time. So I applied for a job with the FDIC in Chicago. I became a regional manager. Basically, I managed a region of the United States from Montana to New York as far south as Maryland. More of an operational type of role, in which basically we went out. I sent people out to close banks. So when banks closed down in the Midwest, we sent a group of people who prepared plans for them, and occasionally I would have to go out myself. I would have to give a speech to people. I would have to deliver unfortunate news. And if I may take a step back, I also had to deliver speeches as a branch manager. I was a branch manager at Wachovia, and I got robbed before, so I had to deliver unpleasant news again. So I had a lot of experience doing more impromptu type of people are in front of me are nervous, and I'm nervous as well, so nervous, so you have to keep your composure. So not to get off the subject too much. While in Chicago, going back to my personal, I was on a reality show. Just for a very short stint. My sister was on Survivor, season 23. So I actually went out, like when you see reality shows and you see the relative come out. So I flew me to Samoa. I couldn't tell anyone where I was going. That was like the best time of my life. So I got 2 trips to Hawaii and couldn't tell anyone. My wife was pregnant. She was mad. Because first of all, she couldn't go. She was pregnant. So it's like, and we're in Chicago, which we had extended family. But so that turned out okay. I had to do another speech there in front of like 50 cameras for a reality show, and that could be really nerve-wracking because I don't know if I'm gonna sound like a complete, what, when not many people view it. So that turned out okay. I think it did. But we got dead last in the challenge, so that was pretty embarrassing. Professionally, I kind of intertwine professionally and personally together. So at work, I work with a lot of cross-functional groups. So I'm not in a management role at this period of time. I speak to smaller groups. So, but my hope is to be able to use these effective presentation skills and more of a passion of mine, which is delivering branding and imaging consulting for maybe youth in inner cities, to athletes transitioning to college, because I think they're future icons. So I think that branding and packaging and imaging, situational awareness, knowing how to speak in public, just have confidence is something that I would really be passionate about.
Big hand for Tony. Sounds like you are leading an interesting life, Tony.
It's not.